Hi, Laura.
Yes, who's this?
Siobhan.
Oh, hi, Siobhan.
Hello. I really enjoyed the money weekend and that you did recently, and then I realized that there's one thing that I'm confused around, because I've heard you could say almost opposite things about wanting. It's this thing I'm still trying to get some clarity around, the wanting, because on that beautiful quote of Lester's, happiness, I wrote it down.
It's thinking what you want.
Yes, it's thinking what you want. Exactly. Um,
You are going to think.
if you're going to think. Happiness is thinking what you want. And at other times, I have understood that any element of wanting is coming from lack. And so I'm a bit confused about that. There seems to be, maybe there's different places where the wanting comes from in you.
No. I can see what you're saying. Yes. Wanting is wanting. Wanting is feeling that you don't have it. That that things will be different if you do. Isn't it? So, and again, wanting is needing it.
Yeah.
Wanting is feeling separate from it.
Yeah.
You see? So that's why when we're releasing wanting, we're releasing the wanting to be separate. Whether it's separate from that particular thing, that particular situation, or separate from what you truly are. But we don't feel that separation of what we truly are. We feel it more with objects or situations or people.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's right, is very good. When we have a particular desire and we write that desire down, and the reason that desire down, I am speaking from my experience, it used to start with two words. The word I, that means starting from what you are, and allow. That is, I allows infinity to be. Therefore, is I allow to have or to enjoy . You see, because what it is that it will invite you to release the imagine knows.
The imagine, say that last
The
bit again.
imagine knows. The imagine no, N-O, no.
The imagined no.
Yes, imagine no, like it's not possible, it's too late, too much, too little. First, I will need to have that. Now, because of you see, we have all these explanations about what has not happened, but still you would like to.
Yeah.
And that is the dilemma, and that's what generates frustration, unpleasantness, unhappiness, heaviness, density. You see, all of that we are experts.
So it's like we have a want, and then we have something that undermines that want the whole time.
Absolutely. Very well put. Yeah, you have that want. So what you are letting go is what is undermining that want. You see, because the only reason you're wanting it is because you know you can have it. Otherwise, you wouldn't even dare. You see? So the thing is, yes, I allow to experience and enjoy. You see? So the thing is that the reason that in the world, so to speak, we are afraid to dream. And when we are children, our dreams are big. And as we grow as we grow, our dreams become smaller. They shrink. You see, because we have learned concept about being practical, and also we have learned that fear to be disappointed.
Yeah.
You see, and it's that fear to feel disappointed. So the good thing about having a goal is that it seems like from the point of view of if you are someone who considers themselves very spiritual, say, oh my God, that's not spiritual. Wanting to have $1 million, that's not spiritual. Wanting to have a home, that's not spiritual. There is no such a thing about spiritual or not spiritual. You see, what you are is neither spiritual or not. It is. So, but as long as you have an intention that is inviting you to be freer and happier and lighter, you see, because the truth of the matter is that when you are releasing in that intention, you will find that you're happy either way.
Yeah.
That before that intensity, that if you don't have it, you will be unhappy, that attention collapses. That the sense of urgency collapses. Because it was that sense of urgency that somehow was keeping it away from you. And what may happen, Shivan, that is very often, is that when you have an intention and you release, and that means you're releasing, it's not possible, it's too late, who do you think you are? It will need certain process and I don't feel up to it, whatever. You see, is that perhaps you say, oh, that's not what I want. What I truly want is this. And that comes because now you're freer.
Yeah. You get to a deeper level of...
Yes, you are freer. And say, wait a minute, this is what I truly want. Because now you are daring, because it's less fear. Because every single thought or feeling that you release is only fear. As Lester used to say, every feeling is more or less fear.
Yeah, that resonates for me. And I've been trying to do releasing of fear. I've got a lot of it.
Don't keep it all to yourself.
I've got some of it more.
Oh, okay, yes, that's a good partner.
Yeah, in terms of releasing, because that I am still wrapping my head around what that really is, what that really, I guess, what that really feels like. Yeah, the experience of...
You see, releasing doesn't belong to this, to what we see through the physical eyes. You see, what is seen through the physical eyes is our conscious and subconscious thoughts or beliefs or ideas. So only what you are conscious can release what is behind the scenes, so to speak. So when you release what happens is when you release, you will start to see things differently, as you may have perhaps experienced. And you start to have more clarity. So the thing is that what is seen through the physical eye will change. So what is releasing is not the body. What is releasing is that which is aware of the body. Because that is already free. Which is that which is aware of the thinking. A thought arises. And you see, you have the choice to stay aware of the thought, going along with the thought, believing the thought, or simply see it for what it is, a thought. And you're seeing it for what it is, a thought. The moment that you are aware of being aware.
That makes sense. So it's not like you necessarily feel more relaxed. You have a different perspective on
What you are is naturally relaxed. The tensions is the unconscious tension, unconscious fear, because when thought, they have an emotional charge. But usually you are not aware of charge. That's why they are repetitive, because we have no relational charge. So thought wouldn't be arising unless they have it. And the emotional charge is there because we have somehow identified with those thoughts. Because we thought that perhaps, for whatever reason, we all have many, many different justifications to hold on or not to hold on to thoughts. The thing is, the beauty, Shibon, is to start to see, to no longer believe the thoughts. Because before we didn't even challenge them. We believe them.
Yeah.
And now, when you're seeing them for what you are, you're starting to see them. And if they feel personal, if they feel very intimate, if they feel true, it's because we're making them personal. But that is an unconscious tendency. And that's why it comes very handy to where that thought is arising from. If it's arising from wanting to control your surroundings, wanting to control a situation, wanting to control the way you feel, or if it's coming from the sense of wanting approval, even
me, it's
your
usually
own
about
approval.
security. It's usually around wanting to feel secure, I think.
Yeah, very good. So welcome this, and that is very good because that means that is the deeper sense of experiencing. So when we are at the sense of wanting security, you see, that's very good. You know, it's because this is the way how the dynamics works. Is what is in the surface is control. You want to control the weather. You want to control the speed of things. You want to control everything. Everything. And the reason you want to control everything is because you want to feel that you are approved of. You feel that as long as you're in control, you're approving of yourself. And when you're approving of yourself, you feel safe. So safe is and if you feel safe, then you stay separate. You see? So what is you're experiencing that is wanting security, wanting safety, that is that you are the releasing is coming from directly from the fear. And fear, when we lose the fear to fear, we see it for what it is. Only emotional charge. Only energy. Effort. Fear is the effort to be separate. So yes, so if that is happening, one insecurity. That recognition is huge. Because can you see that you couldn't recognize it unless you're being conscious?
Yeah.
Present.
I'm much closer to it now. than just feeling fear without realizing.
Yes. Now because in the moment you become conscious, it loosens up. You see? And it loosens up without the drama of experiencing the flavor of fear, the flavor of terror, because it feels like terror when we're releasing the existential fear. Because it's not, we call it the fear to die. No, it's the fear to exist, to no longer exist. Fear of life. What you're experiencing, it wouldn't be arising if it wasn't because you're ready to be free from it. And the beauty is that to really open to what you truly want. And what you truly want is happiness. Because the reason that that's all we want is because that's what we are. And once we experience that sample of happiness, this lightness of being, that's, oh my goodness, that's all we want. It's all we want. It's everything. Everything is available. Everything. So true ambition, because what we are is very ambitious. True ambition is to be the happiness that we are. And I say that because I remember when Lester used to say, just go for what you are and everything will drop into you. And I don't know how many times I heard that until finally it was heard.
It's very touching. You know, I can really feel it.
Yes, and yeah, to know that because in what you say, to feel that to feel is being alive, because we've been aware of being alive, because we didn't know how to handle feelings. We have forgotten, and now we know. It's not something that we're learning. It's just that now we're aware, and we're again like children, but children in the good sense, children that feelings come and go. Free from stories. You did that to me. No, I did that to you.
Thank you, Laura.
No, thank you.
Thank you so much.